So if you listen to nothing during this whole presentation, this is my cheat sheet for the end of the day. So I've mentioned now, I think about 20 times, about the alignment with business drivers, and I think that this is the way to make this happen. It's also a conversation about right-sizing the space based on the work that people are doing, and I feel will be doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, not the way that they were working 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I also think that we should consider the issues of mobility and sharing. And you know, people use the term alternative work strategies. I don't feel like it's alternative anymore. I feel like they're just work strategies in the way people are working. So it's not alternative. It's, I mean, we know that because people are leaving their current spaces 80% of the time, 60% of the time. So it's not alternative. They are opting out. They're working in some other part of the landscape. The other thing I think that we need to do is make a financial modeling decision based on their real estate cost, what that could look like. And then if you do anything, I think it's really about being able to pilot and test that space to be able to understand if this is the right situation. So all of that hogwash nonsense blog posting about how collaboration spaces are horrible, I would argue the third thing, excuse me, is that people did not do a pilot test before they moved into that sort of space, or because if they did, then they would have realized that it may not have worked out for them to the way that they needed it to. So I just think piloting and testing is quite honestly very important in the discussion. So the other thing I think is, so I was in the Boy Scouts. I think it's, or Cub Scouts too, I think it's good that we all have a good sense of tools, a good tool belt with a good sense of tools with us so that we can make good decisions. The other option of not having a good amount of tools, hammer, saw, etc., is that you just sort of roll the dice and see what happens, right? Whatever Bob wants to do. That's not a strategy, and it doesn't help in terms of making this compelling case for change here, but it's about being very prepared. And I think that a good scout is always prepared. So you can leave it up to chance, or you can actually put some tools together and kind of create a strategy around it. So that's what I say to the disbelievers and all of that in terms of putting something together in the discussion.